The myth we will be busting states the use of African American slaves in the colonies began primarily for reasons related to racism and then continued for reasons related to both economics and racism. This pretty much says that slavery was only based on race and black slaves being cheaper than whites.
This is hard work. I want to be done.
I wish I was free.
Pause. As you can see, the indentured servants are actually primarily white, unlike the black slaves, because the white slaves are cheaper. Unfreeze.
In Jamestown, the indentured servant came willingly to gain extra money, unlike the black slaves who were forced to do so.
Unpauses.
They came because the economy was so bad in Britain that they sold themselves to be indentured servants.
Get your leaves behind back to work.
I'm sorry.
Pause. Racism was not an aspect until much later. As you can see, we had African American slave owners who owned white slaves and were just as cruel to them as whites were to black slaves.
Like she was saying, basically the black and white indentured servants were treated equally. The only thing that the people cared about who owned the slaves were their crops thriving.
Unpause.
Actually, black slaves became public workers.
What?
I'm so tired of not getting mad anymore. All we have are these stupid hoes.
You're right, they don't need us. They can just use those black slaves who don't fight back.
Pause. This is what started the black slaves. The indentured servants were tired of being solitary and neglected, which caused them to rebel. Unfreeze.
Exactly. This started the black slaves being more popular because the economy was getting better, and then the black slaves would not rebel against them.
Unfreeze.
Like she was saying, for the black slaves, they couldn't communicate with each other, so they didn't have time to rebel or talk to each other. They couldn't rebel against the people in the house or the slave owners.
This
This is busted!